Hi, friends. Happy New Year's. Well, it's technically New Year's Eve. It won't really be New Year's until 12 hours from now, from the time I'm recording this. But either way, if no one's told you yet, Happy New Year. It's a magical time when we reflect on everything we've experienced this year and set our sights on what is ahead. So I'm very glad you're here with me today so we can close out 2024 together. Um, I would say this episode is a little different, but you've never seen an episode from me before until now. So, surprise! You'll be seeing much more of me in 2025 as I up my content creation game, which you'll read about as you go along. But I just wanted to take a second to talk a little bit about kind of what I'm excited for, because there is excitement in the air. I know there's a lot of doomsday talk going around. We just had an election year, so we just finished the fuck around part, and now we're in the find out portion. So we're gonna see what that brings us. But either way, I'm going to touch briefly on my defining moments when I reflect on 2024. 2024 was a year of awakenings for me, both spiritually and professionally. Wasn't always easy, but the moments of challenge have shaped who I've become, and I'm very proud of that, if you can't tell by my Sailor Moon hat and my Don't Be a Prick hoodie. It's one of my favorites. One of the biggest realizations that I had was that not everyone who claps for you is cheering for you behind the scenes. So there's a lot of snakes in the grass that have been revealed to me this year. There's a lot of, I don't want to say two-faced, but I do mean two-faced. And that's just the nature of things. Not everyone will have your best interests in mind. I won't fault or penalize anyone for that unless, you know, things don't turn out so great. So I will say that was one of my big realizations. And if you can hear my laundry in the background, just ignore it. I'm human. I have chores, whatever. But like I said, not everyone who claps for you is actually cheering for you when you're not in the room. So it was a tough pill to swallow. And it taught me the value of professional resilience and owning my work on my own terms, because I am talking about specifically in the context of work and not so much personal friendships. So while I've mastered a more independent style of working, it's definitely left me feeling underutilized, which is something I'll be addressing in the year ahead. And on a brighter note, October marked a major turning point in my business. Hey, I decided that age 29, as I am in my 29th year of being, will be the beginning of my blooming era. And let me tell you, that decision changed everything. It was so powerful. From launching my travel advising services through Fora to building out my brand and powering up my content creation skills, I started taking my dreams much more seriously. And it's so great to see, even now, just the opportunities that have started to flow in. So looking forward to that in 2025. I did learn a few other lessons, definitely focused around the themes of patience and presence. And so if that resonates with you, then homie, I'm right here with you. This year taught me two major lessons. The first is that patience is everything. I've learned to give my frustrations, my fears, my hopes and dreams and worries, all of it goes to God. And I have been trusting in His timing, and that has been truly transformative in the last year or so. So I don't typically open up about my faith, and I know that a spiritual practice is intensely personal, and there's a lot of politicized judgment around it, but we all need faith, and however you get that, I'm not gonna be the one to tell you you shouldn't do whatever it is you're doing. I mean, obviously do no harm, but harm is subjective and a little relative. We can talk about that later if you think that's a hot take, but it's not for right now. Either way, second lesson learned, I've embraced this idea. Radically transformative. It's not new. Things rarely ever are. But I've embraced the idea that how you do one thing is how you do everything. So by showing up for myself every day, whether it's like getting dressed for work, even at home, or like tackling like little small tasks with great intention, I've built a foundation that I'm already feeling will bring me success. Not like, well, yeah, that will bring me success. I get that. We'll stick with that. So one of those things actually is something I'm a little sensitive about personally. It does still like I get a little defensive about it, and it's about cutting down on habits, specifically vices. So in 2024, I majorly cut my vices: nicotine, marijuana, alcohol, like they don't serve me anymore. And making those changes wasn't easy, but the energy and the clarity and the strength I gained were worth every moment of discomfort. And that's not to say that I put all of them cold turkey. I will just say that I don't lean on them so noticeably or so heavily anymore. And I did go through a cleanse and detox period halfway through and until the end of 2024. So it was a substantial amount of time, and considering I haven't been engaged with these vices for an extensively long period of time, I'm quite proud of myself. So, whatever you think, whatever. Um, and I do want to wrap this up. As much as I love spending time with you, you have other things to do. You have other events to get to. It's New Year's. I'm sure you don't want to be sitting here staring at my face for too long. Although, hey, uh, I want to brighten up and look ahead for 2025. This is Mojo. In case you've never met him, we love him. He's our mascot. He's definitely an orange cat energy all the way through. But we love him, and he is my wonderful son. But as far as intentions for 2025 go, I'm focusing on growth, creativity, and connection. I want to nurture my personal brand, which you've heard me speak on a couple of times already throughout this video. I definitely want to explore a diverse array of movement practices. Definitely want to get into MMA, mixed martial arts, just a little. I want to go back to Legree, Megaformer Pilates, and I'm definitely intending to deepen my relationship with my loved ones. I'm a filial daughter, filial sister. I take family and friendship very seriously. I did not realize that my lips were chapped. So sorry. Although, whatever. Above all, that is to say, above all, I'm going to be prioritizing systems over goals. And if you go on YouTube or just have internet connection, that's probably been like a keyword phrase that you've come across a lot in the last few weeks. But it's because it's effective. Like, I'm a project manager. I'm all about systems. I love operations. I love when a system flows, is seamless, is renewable, and sustainable. It's a closed feedback loop. Nothing better to me. So I thought that I would transition that more professional outlook on my personal life. So this year I'm building sustainable habits that align with my vision. I've already spoken on, content creation, but consistent content creation is a system. I've busted my ass the last couple weeks to revamp my entire financial system. So I'm really excited to see how that turns out, even in like the first quarter, because like tax season is almost upon us. Hey, and I definitely want to meld together the routines that support my mental and physical health. So all my supplements and my training and definitely my meditation practices in there, because that's part of my mental health. It should be for you too. I'm just saying. And for my Seattle people, there's actually like a lot of people on Substack in Seattle, which makes me very happy. But yes, for my greater Seattle area folks, I'm talking Everett, Seattle, Tacoma, what have you. Even if you're all the way on the east side, like Monroe, Redmond, Puyallup, whatever. I'm planning a special event for mid-2025, and I can't share all the details yet, but trust me, it will be worth the wait. Yes. So with all that being said, I kind of just like word vomited at you, but I promise it does tie into what's actually here so that you can read it if you want, or you can just watch and listen to me. Whatever is probably faster, just read it for yourself, but we're having fun. I'm having fun. Definitely want to close this out with the one habit I recommend everyone starts now, which is to say, just show up for yourself every day. Really. If you don't do it for anyone else, do it for you. And it's really hard to talk about sort of mindset shifts when all I am to you is a face on a screen for now. But I will say, if it's just like 5 minutes, do something for you that literally benefits no one else but you. I'm biased because I live alone and I take care of myself and X, Y, and Z. But even if it's just like 5 minutes to take out the trash or 5 minutes to wash the dishes that have been piling up for the last couple of days and you just haven't gotten to them, do that thing. Do that thing. If it's going to bed an hour earlier because you couldn't sleep last night and you want to stay up again tonight, nah, dude, like, what are you gonna, what is there to do? You're going to spend that hour doing the same thing that you did last night. And if it was nothing, then you're going to spend that hour doing nothing tonight. So what I mean by doing something for you is figure out what you want. Just a little thing, an instant gratification type little thing. And then go gratify yourself. Little wins. Supporting little wins is what I'm about this year, because little wins stack up into big wins. And that's what we're looking for. 2025 is the year of big wins. I am praying for that for you. I want that to come into your life, your big win. I hope you attract it. I'm here for you. Okay? We're going to be embarrassing ourselves together if it's any consolation. So I want to know what you're proud of from 2024 and what's one thing that you want to cultivate in 2025. I would love to hear your reflections, and if you want to share them in the comments, no one's going to stop you. In fact, it would brighten my day to see any comments about what you are intending to do, even if it's nothing, even if it's just to read a book. That's not nothing. That's great. That's amazing. I want that for you. And I have book recommendations if you need them. Anyway, that being said, thank you so much for spending part of your New Year's Eve with me. And here's to an inspiring, joyful, abundant 2025. Cheers.